You guys are probably tired of fucking listening to me. So in this video, I'm going to call my multi-millionaire friends and ask them their advice for someone who's looking to become a millionaire themselves. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Ravi Abuvala, founder of Scaling with Systems. And at the age of 25, I made my first million. And now at 27, I've made many millions more. But in that same time period, I have been able to get around an incredible community of millionaires, and I've learned a lot from them. So I want to be able to share their insights with you on this channel, and all I'm asking is for you to smash the subscribe button in return. Now, quick caveats. Number one, this is not financial advice. And number two, they do not know that I'm calling them. So we're going to see if they even pick up. Maybe they're in their morning attire still. Maybe they are naked. We're going to find out. So first, we're going to start with my buddy, Jeff Seckinger. Jeff runs a crypto hedge fund as well as a company called 0%, where they give financial education to other people. And let's see if this guy even answers his phone to begin with. What's up, my man?
What's going on?
You are live on my YouTube right now. Say hi to everybody.
Am I?
Yeah, well, not necessarily live, but I'm interviewing my millionaire friends and I'm asking them for advice. Can I ask you a question?
Wow. Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, cool. So in less than 3 minutes or less, the majority of the people watching this are either trying to be business owners, they just became business owners themselves. Like, in less than 3 minutes, what would you give as a piece of advice to somebody who's trying to make their first $1 million?
And what like experience do they have?
I don't know. I'd say the majority of the people in the world probably are still trying to learn like a skill set. So I'd say that they probably don't have a business, but you know, whatever you want to take this, you run with it.
To make your first million. I mean, that really depends on a lot of things, like what your skill set is and what your experience is. But I mean, I would say number one, you got to figure out how to get in the right vehicle and have a time frame. So you need to set a goal, right? So the goal is to make $1 million. Okay, what's the deadline, right? Is the deadline tomorrow? Is the deadline in 3 years? And then you need to have some type of a plan, and then you obviously need to take consistent action. So you can't just say, I want to make $1 million. You got to have an actual deadline for that goal, a plan to hit that goal, and then obviously take consistent action. So I would say that's the number one step right there, is figuring out those 4 things. You already presented me number one. And then after that, developing the plan. I mean, I think most people kind of don't even think about the plan, and they don't chunk down the plan. So if you're not like chunking down the plan saying, okay, I need to sell XYZ product or service, X amount per quarter, per month, per day, you're not even going to know how to actually hit that end game goal. So that's another major thing that people do not do is actually plan. And then I would say, ultimately is getting in the right vehicle, and that developing that plan will help you get in the right vehicle. And what I mean is, like, if you're trying to go, 250 miles an hour on the Autobahn, you're probably not going to hop into Prius, right? You probably hop into a vehicle like a Bugatti that's a lot faster. It's the same thing with trying to get after the money. If you are working at McDonald's to make $1 million, that's literally going to take like 40 years. If you're trying to make $1 million and do something that like Ravi helps you, do in his programs of Scaling with Systems, you can probably do that in literally a few months. If you're just starting, maybe more realistic, it's 6 months to a year. But it's absolutely possible when you get in the right vehicle where you have higher margins and you can charge higher ticket, and you can have higher ticket recurring, especially. And that's exactly what Ravi teaches people to do. So you guys better sign up for his stuff, right?
I like the plug to Scaling with Systems. Final 2 questions for you. That was very, very helpful. Number one, how old were you when you made your first million, and how long did it take you, like when you decided I'm going to be a millionaire, or like did you start along the path? What was that time frame to actually making that first million?
First million, I think it was, it was kind of rather quick. But the thing is I had been doing personal development stuff and, doing business somewhat successfully, but I didn't have the right habits to actually have like exponential success. So I've been, focusing on trying to make money and trying to improve myself and habits and mindset and all that stuff for years and years by reading books and taking courses and all of that stuff. And then once I finally got the right habits and I blocked out all the noise and I really just focused on hitting these like 90-day blitzes that I would set, it happened rather quickly. So I started in the marketing space in 2018, and then in 2019, and I only was in it for like a few months. And then in 2019, started to launch like info products and things around all the dramatic changes that I made with my own credit and my journey with my finances. And I did, so the first month I made about $5,000. The next month I made about $12,000. The next month I think was probably like 18. And then I realized I needed to go higher ticket, and that was me getting in the right vehicle. And that took me over $50,000 in a month. And then that year, so that first year, I think I closed I think it was like 968,000.
Wow.
And then, obviously, so it was probably 13 months.
I love it. And what was your age? How old were you?
I would have been 25 then.
Love it. 25-year-old, first millionaire. I love it. All right, you're the man. Thanks for the time, and text me back about Costa Rica, all right?
Yeah.
All right, see you.
Thanks.
Oh, you look like a millionaire. What's going on, man? Check it out. We are live on my YouTube right now. I'm calling my millionaire friends, and I am asking them, for the people that are watching my YouTube channel that are trying to be millionaires themselves, and they're not millionaires yet, in like 3 minutes or less, what would be the number one piece of advice you'd give to somebody trying to make their first $1 million?
Ooh, that's a big one, man. I wish you would have called me before with some preparation.
I know. I told everybody I didn't call anybody. I just called Jeff, and now it's you next. So.
Okay. Live freestyle advice: how to become a millionaire. One, just work on yourself, because if you need to have millionaire habits. You need to have strong routines, strong habits. You got to be in the habit of learning, of reflecting. You need to get around millionaire people. You need to get in the right environments, because you got to learn and model people that already have what you want. And also, your brain doesn't allow you to have things you don't feel safe having. So when your friends and acquaintances are all millionaires, you feel more safe having millions of dollars. And so it becomes more normal to you. So getting around the right environments. And then I would say last, you need to have the right vehicle. You need to pick a vehicle that gives you the actual capacity to make millions of dollars. If you are an employee at a company or you're salaried, it's just not going to be as feasible. So you got to either become an entrepreneur or work in a high upside opportunity where you can make commission and actually put those habits and put that knowledge you're learning from your environment and your mentors to good use in a growing market with a lot of opportunity. And over time, if you stay consistent and persistent, you'll hit $1 million.
Okay, we lost you for a second there, but it's funny thing that you said that was that the thing about the vehicle, that's literally what Jeff just said one moment ago. So I think that is so valuable. Also, do they need to get those glasses as well in order to become a millionaire?
If you do get these glasses and then you go check your bank account, you will see it.
How old were you when you made your first million?
I was 30.
30. I love it. All right. You're the man, brother. Show everybody the background so they can see what it looks like if you're Ooh, looks good, baby. Awesome. You're the man. You enjoy your Friday. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, have fun.
Peace. All right, you're live on my YouTube channel right now. Say what's up to everybody. Damn, you got some terrible internet connection there. So listen, I'm shooting a YouTube video right now. It's for people that are trying to become a millionaire. I'm calling my millionaire friends because people are trying to listen to me real quick. So in like 2 to 3 minutes, what was your biggest recommendation to somebody who's looking to become a millionaire right now? You know, whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, I'm not going to limit you, but if someone wants to become a millionaire, what are the steps they should be taking?
Don't wrap your head around $1 million. I would probably shoot for 10 million. When I got to $1 million, it wasn't enough. And it was honestly a small target. Process and procedures will be your best friend, because once you get to $1 million, your biggest thing will be, how do I continue to make millions? And if you haven't established the correct process and procedures, you'll be back to the drawing board.
Damn, that was good. That was deep. That was like the most succinct one we've had so far. I absolutely love it. How old are you when you made your first million?
25.
25. Man, that was how old I was. I love it. Brother, enjoy the slopes, and I'll chat with you soon, all right? Peace.
Yeah, we'll catch up soon.
See ya.
What's poppin'?
How are you like set up in this professional setup here, dude? You look like...
It looks so great. You're like, oh, look at this art. And look, there's a plant now. Oh my God, it's so nice. I'm not going to tell anyone my bathroom is right there. But...
Oh, well, that's a problem because we are live on YouTube right now. So that's... Look, I am calling my millionaire friends and I am asking them, you know, when you made your first million. A lot of people that watch these videos, they are wanting to become a millionaire, and some of them have skills, some of them don't. But what would be your advice? I've called 3 other people. So what would be your advice to somebody that's trying to make their first $1 million in their business?
I would find people and ask them, what problem can I solve for you in exchange for money? And 99 times out of 100, the person will tell you, and then you're going to solve it, and then they will give you money. It's literally that easy. You just have to ask people. Most individuals who struggle bust their way just don't simply have the right relationship with their network to have a clearly defined, I'm going to solve problem in exchange for money type relationship. They try to do each other favors. And so when they start asking those questions, it feels really awkward and really weird for them to do it. And after you do it the fifth or sixth time, most people are like, yeah, that is a problem that I'm willing to pay to solve. You just figure it out. And then you have that positive feedback, that social structure, like, Jeff is good at his job. I like spending money with him. Everything is fine. And that was my first kickstart.
I love it.
I would talk to my friends, my parents' friends, my friends of friends, like, hey, what problem can I help you solve in your business? And they usually say, like, well, what can you do? I'd list out the 5 to 10 things. I say, I'd be willing to pay for it. And I say, can I charge you X to do it really fast? And they say, yes. And then first batch of testimonials, like, no problem.
I love it. And how old were you when your business made the first $1 million?
Probably like the first 18 months.
What's the age for that? People don't know here. You look like, you have the face of you're 22 and you're...
I'm 36 now. Okay. So I probably started my agency journey in like 28, 29. So by 30, the first $1 million.
I love it. All right. You have an incredible day and you enjoy that bathroom, my man. All right. See ya. But I think the biggest lesson for me and the common theme that I saw there was getting in the right vehicle. So no matter how great you are, if you are in the wrong vehicle, you cannot make enough money. To give you an example, you could technically go work at a restaurant. Maybe you could start owning restaurants, and that's incredible. But in order to make $1 million after taxes owning restaurants, you're gonna have to own quite a bit of restaurants, and your margin's so low. If you heard some of them talking about high margin businesses, it's because you can make, for the same amount of work, you can make 80 to 90% profit margins doing stuff like a lot of my clients do, which is online B2B services, coaching, consulting, or like remote systems integrator, which is what we help people do as well. So understand that no matter how hard you work, if you're doing that work in the wrong vehicle, it doesn't really matter if your goal is to make the $1 million. If you guys got value out of this video, please be sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and also check out this another video on the channel here, which I just shot, which is the 5 most profitable business ideas I would start today if I were to start making my first $1 million again. I'll see you guys in that video.